Hi, I'm Jennifer, guide for California State Parks at the Petaluma Adobe State Historic Park to talk about ranchos. This was once the headquarters of General Vallejo's working rancho. In the 1820s, the Mexican government was encouraging settlement in Alta California as it was their new territory. To encourage people to come and settle here, they were saying that you could own land. To own land, you would just have to submit an application. But to submit that application, you needed to be a Mexican citizen, you needed to speak Spanish, and to be Catholic. That application would need to go to the alcalde, which was something like a mayor. If they didn't have a mayor in the area, there would be a military person, and in this area was General Vallejo. So you'd submit an application with a map, and then they would approve it or not. So to get your map, you had to measure your land and lay out your map. So to do that, the way that you would create your boundaries and measure is you'd use a lariat. To use a lariat, you'd have to have a couple people and a witness. So you'd have probably guys on horseback. They would start at a landmark or create a landmark, like a pile of stones, an oak tree, a creek bed, or a giant rock somewhere, but they would say, this is where we're starting. And they would take their lariat and lay it on the ground. And once it's on the ground, they would stretch it out and make it taut and all the way to another spot. So once it's laid out, you'd put a stone at the other end and then pick it up and do it over and over again until you've done the whole boundary of your hopeful land grant. And then you're gonna create a map. And the map's called the diseño, and all that goes to the alcalde. So once it's approved and they say, yes, it's yours, you've got three things that you have to do to keep that land grant. And that first thing is occupy it. And to occupy it, you need to build a home or a house. So build a structure. So you see a structure here. So you've built a structure, you need to occupy it, and then you need to work the land. So how people typically worked the land is they either had livestock, because it was all agriculture, so it was either livestock or growing crops or raising poultry. So the average rancho kind of did a combination of everything, and here it was cattle, sheep, and agriculture. So that's what you need to get a rancho.